My name is Nick Anderson Vines. Today we have a very important grammar lesson. It is about the article. Articles are extremely important. Okay? If you get an article incorrect in English, it doesn't look very good. But that day is over. Today you will know everything about the article. There are many rules, but I have an approach that takes all of the rules and puts it into one easy method or philosophy or way of looking at the article. So enough of the talk, let's get going. What is an article? An article is a word that comes before a noun. It comes before a person, place or thing. And it helps us understand the relationship between the speaker and the noun they are talking about. Is the relationship, important? Is the thing they're talking about specific? Is it a general thing that they are talking about? That's what they're there for. That's how they help us be accurate. Okay, so the first article we're going to talk about is very common. It's one of the two most common articles in English. It's the indefinite article, which will either be a or an. A or an. And if there's any word that I want you to remember when it comes to the indefinite article, it's the word any. Any. So, if I'm at the supermarket and I see a box of strawberries and I'm like, I'd like some strawberries. And I pick up the box and I take any strawberry and I, winter strawberry, What happened? Well, I ate a strawberry. Why? Because it was any strawberry. The strawberry wasn't important. The strawberry wasn't specific. It was general, okay? It was just one of something. It was one of something. Okay? So, because it was any of the strawberries. Now, what if I did the same and it was an avocado? I'm at the supermarket and I see avocados and I take one and it was any avocado. The avocado wasn't important. It wasn't specific. It was general. What do we say? Well, in this case, we would say, I ate an avocado. Why an avocado? First of all, it's because it was indefinite. It wasn't important like the strawberry. It was one of something. It was any avocado. The reason why we use the N is because of the sound at the beginning of the next word. It's a vowel sound. Vowels, as you know, are A, E, I, O, U. Now, yes, the letter is a vowel, but the important thing is that it's a vowel sound. It's a vowel sound. A. So a, e, o, u. All of these things, all of these sounds would make an. Avocado. I ate an avocado. Now this is a really important distinction. Many teachers will tell you, put the an before any word that starts with a letter that is a vowel. But that's not the whole truth. For example, look at this sentence. He was hour late. Let's look at this word. What's the sound at the beginning? Well, we have a letter H, but listen to the word. Ow! It sounds like another a sound, doesn't it? It sounds like a vowel sound. So what do? He was an hour late. He was an hour late. Let's look at the other side of the problem. She rides unicycle. Okay, what do we do? It was any unicycle, and a unicycle, as you know, is the one-wheel bicycle. Yes? Okay, that we sometimes see at the circus. Listen to the word, unicycle. Does that sound like a vowel? Is that a vowel sound? Not really. It sounds like a unicycle. So what do we do? It was any unicycle. It was one of many unicycles. So using an indefinite article, we would say she rides... Oh, I was going to make the mistake. She rides a unicycle. She rides a unicycle. Okay, well done. That's the very basic idea of indefinite articles. Let's move to our next most common article, which is the definite article. Now, there is only one definite article. Okay? And it is the, as you know. And we use the for things that are specific. Okay, so the first rule for the is what I like to call the second mention. So, I'm at the supermarket. Well, I was at the supermarket and I ate a strawberry. Yeah. I ate a strawberry and the strawberry was rotten. Why? Well, we mentioned the strawberry once and we mentioned the strawberry for a second time. The second time something that is indefinite is said, it becomes definite. It becomes specific. We went from the general strawberry, and by saying it again, we make it specific. Immediately, it becomes specific. I ate a strawberry and the strawberry was rotten. Okay? Rule number 2. What I call the only one. So we use the definite article when what we're talking about is the only one around, or the only one in the universe, the only one or thing in the world. Okay, so let's have a look at it. After eating the rotten strawberry, I looked up to the sky. Why? Well, there's only one sky that I know of, and saw the moon. Why? Because it's the only moon. I mean, the only moon of great importance, shining over the Sahara Desert. Why? Because there is only one Sahara Desert in the world. The Sahara Desert is a desert in Africa. Okay, so we've looked at the second mention. We've looked at the only one. Third rule, most important rule, is what I call the superlative. The superlative refers to the highest degree of something. The highest degree of something. Let me explain. That's the last time I eat a strawberry from the hottest part of the world. Well done. So the superlative is here. St and here. Ist. Okay? The last superlative. the hottest, superlative. It's the highest degree. Because if you think about it, the hottest or the last of something is the only one. Is the only one thing. Because it's at the highest. There's nothing unlike it in that moment. Okay, so here we have it. So, well done. Before we move on, I want to do a quick beginner test. Pause the video if you'd like to look at this material. I'm going to test you now. Okay? So, here's a sentence. I saw shark eat octopus by Indian Ocean. Pause the video. I want you to put in the correct article. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I saw a shark. Why? Because it was any shark. This is the first time we've mentioned the shark. It's not the only shark in the world. There's no superlative. It's not the biggest shark or the smallest shark. It's just a shark. Eat an octopus. Why? Again, it's just any octopus. It's the first time we've mentioned the octopus. It's not the only octopus around. But why an? Because we have an o, a, e, o. It's a vowel sound. By where? The Indian Ocean. Why? Because there's only one Indian Ocean in the world. It's the only one around. So well done. If you didn't get that, don't worry. Always refer back to the beginning of the video. I like to test people in my videos. I think it's very important. Okay. So, well done if you've got this far. I'm now going to explain why you may have already known this and the more specific details as to how articles work. Because the thing is, those rules are useful, but it's not the whole picture. To understand the article, you must understand the noun. So nouns come in two categories. We have the countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that you can count with your hand. They'll come in the singular, which means the only one, or the plural, which means more than one. So to say things in a singular form, we would use a, an, or the. We would use definite or indefinite. For example, a dog, a table, a road, a pig. Okay, we just leave the word as it is. We don't add anything to it. But if it was plural, more than one, we would say dogs, tables, roads, or pigs. Okay, so to put it very simply, that's the difference. And then we have our uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns, as you can understand and have probably gathered, are nouns that you cannot count with your hand. Things that you just can't count. For example, sleep, water, mud, laughter, hope, sand, salt. Can you count these things? Well, you can try counting sand or salt, but really you can't. Okay, if we look at water, can you count water? No. Can you count a glass of water? Yes. So glass of water is countable. Yes? One glass of water. But can you count water itself? No. So water is uncountable. And uncountable nouns stay in the singular. There are no plural forms when talking about uncountable nouns. Okay, so I want to now just do a quick test on what I've just said. Don't worry, this is important when it comes to articles. I don't want you making a mistake with articles again, but you must understand how nouns work. So basically we have singular countable nouns, we have plural countable nouns. There are different categories of noun. So why don't I just give you a quick test on that now. Okay, so pig. I'll do the first one with you. Pig would be a singular countable noun. Why? Because is it just one pig? It's not pigs, it's just pig. So it's singular. Can you count pigs? Yes, 1 pig, 2 pig, 3 pig, 4 pig. You know, some pigs, many pigs. So it's a singular countable noun. Now pause the video and please write the correct definition for the other 3 nouns. Okay, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go through them now with you. Okay, so books. Well, we have a that's a plural. A plural. Countable or uncountable? Countable, plural, countable. Now, love. Can you count love? Can you count love in life? No, you cannot. You cannot count love. You can try, but you'll fail. Uncountable. It is uncountable. It's an uncountable noun. Tables. I think you know. So like books, we have a so again we have a plural countable noun. Well done. Okay, so well done if you got those right. Let's go to the next very, very important part of this lesson. What I'm about to show you will basically make you understand articles properly for good. It's a very easy system to make sure that you're using the correct article. So let's do it. Okay. So today we're going to have Mr. Pig. He's going to help us. Okay. So here's a really important question. Okay. I want you to read it with me. Do you know which pig I mean? Do you know which pig I mean? This is a very important question when it comes to articles. You can change the word pig for anything, but we're going to use pig as an example. If the reader or the listener knows which pig you mean, so we'll say yes. We'll go down here. Is the word pig a singular countable noun? I think you know the answer. Yes, it is. So it's a singular countable noun, and you know which pig I'm talking about. Then we would say the. So it becomes the pig. You see where I'm going with this? Good. Let's change it. Let's say there's more than one. Do you know which pigs I mean? Is your answer yes? Okay, it is. Is pigs plural uncountable now? Yes, it is. So again, we use the pigs. So, what if we don't know? What if we don't know? Okay. We're back to our one pig, and we don't know which pig we're talking about. Is pig a singular countable noun? Yes, it is. So that's when we use a or an. And in the case of this, it would be sounds like a consonant, a pig. What if it is plural? This bit's going to completely melt your brain. If it was pigs, and we don't know which pigs we're talking about, the reader or listener doesn't know about these pigs, you're going to love this. There's no article. No article. Can you believe it? There's no article. Have you seen, I saw pigs eat a man alive. Yeah, it was really traumatic. You see? Okay. Now, where do pigs sleep? Where do pigs sleep? Well, they sleep on mud. Yeah, mud. Okay. Is mud countable? Can you count mud? No. So let's change the question to, do you know which mud I mean? Let's say, yes, we know which mud you're talking about. And it's uncountable. So again, we would say the. We're in our the category on the left. The mud. And what if we don't know the mud that we're talking about? Okay, so we're over here now. We're going back down here. Again, it would be no article. No article. Just be mud. So we could say, for example, pigs on mud. Or if we knew both the pig and the mud, we would say the pigs on the mud. Okay, now I want you to try your best to remember this graph. It's very, very, very useful. It takes all the rules and puts it into one method. In the comment section below, you'll see a downloadable graph document with this in. So I encourage you to use it if you want to make your English go from good to excellent. Okay, I'm going to quickly test you on your accrued knowledge. Bye bye, Mr. Pig. I'm going to test you on the graph. Okay, we'll do the first one together. Look at the top. Countable nouns. I know about the pig. I know about the pig. So, it's the pig. Okay, so now go through each one and I'll go through them with you after you're done. Pause the video if you want to do this activity. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Second one, I know about the pigs. The pigs. I don't know about the pig. A pig. I don't know about the pigs. Pigs. That's it, no article. Okay, well done. Uncountable nouns. I know about the mud. The mud. Yep, it's a uncountable noun that we know about. Second one, I don't know about the mud. No article. Okay, well done if you got that correctly. Good job. Now, if you are intermediate to advanced and you come here just to refresh your knowledge, then I encourage you to stay on and do the more difficult activity where I ask you to put the correct article in the gaps. If that's enough for you, if you find the next activity a bit too difficult, don't worry, come back when you're ready. But I like to make sure that there's something for everybody in my videos. Okay, so here is a piece of writing. I want you to look at this piece of writing and put the correct article in the gap. So you can see these gaps here. Okay, I want you to pause the video if you need to, and then we'll go through it together. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. January 21st, 2020 was such a quiet day. Why? Well, quiet day is a singular countable noun. It's the first time we've mentioned the quiet day. So it's a quiet day. For who? The people of Earth. Why? Well, there's only one people of Earth. It's the only people of Earth on Earth. After a challenging year of fighting. Okay, is a challenging year of fighting is a singular countable noun. Okay, we can count years, so we can count a challenging year or challenging years, and we haven't mentioned it already. Fighting, what? Now you could use both here if you want. So I don't mind if you said an or the. I'm going to put an because I want to stick to the principle of not mentioning the noun yet. Invisible enemy. Okay, well, you can count enemies. You can count invisible enemies. I is the vowel sound. Invisible enemy. An invisible enemy. World. The world, as you know, the world is the only world in the world. We're starting to see hope for the future. Only one future. The universe, only one universe, had already awarded the people of Earth, only one people of Earth, a time of peace and prosperity. Well, there are many different times of peace and prosperity. Okay, a time of peace and prosperity is a countable noun. Okay, you can count different times in history. Have we mentioned this time in history yet? No. So it's the day before. Why? Well, there was only one day before. Only one day before today. A peace agreement. You can count peace agreements, singular countable noun. We haven't mentioned it yet. So it's still general. Was signed between China and America. The treaty. Okay, now this is where you might have stumbled. A treaty is a peace agreement, so it is the second time we're talking about it. Peace agreement and treaty actually refer to the same thing. If you slipped up, don't worry. The treaty ensured that no wars would happen in the near future. Again, it's still the. We're still talking about the future. We just have an adjective between it. Okay, much like invisible enemy, we have an adjective. And that, a union. One of many, singular countable noun, union, between the world's two biggest superpowers would be an absolute certainty. Now, why? Absolute certainty is actually a countable noun. There are many different certainties we can have. There's no one certainty. And avocado. Absolute. The next day. Superlative. Superlative. The next. Well, in a way, it's not a superlative. I'm very sorry. It's a sequencer. Okay, but there's only one next day. Like there is only one day before, there is only one next day. The next day, an asteroid. Okay, an asteroid is a rock that shoots through space. Okay, it killed all the dinosaurs. Okay, it fell to Earth. An asteroid. Asteroid, singular countable noun. Have we mentioned it already? No. An asteroid crashed into the South Pacific and wiped out the entire human population. Okay, only one South Pacific and only one human population. It was such a shame. Okay, here, this is interesting. You may have made a mistake here. Shame is an uncountable noun as an emotion, but we use it in this instance to describe a time of regret, a single time, a countable part of history where we felt shame. And a lot of the time, a shame is used as one word. Okay, it counts as one word. So there are many reasons why we use an indefinite article with the word shame. It goes to show that in English there are some exceptions or some confusions where the rules don't apply. It's because English has had many different influences and things have stayed in the language which don't necessarily work with the rule systems that we teach and apply. There are exceptions. But in terms of this, for this example, shame expresses a time of shame, a time in history of shame, a countable moment in history where you feel regret or felt regret. Okay, so well done, intermediate and advanced people. Well done for doing that correctly. I hope you got that right. Always go back and refer to the video if you still feel that you want more to learn when it comes to articles, and always come back and keep testing yourself. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you again. That is one approach to using the articles, and I hope it was useful. Okay, see you later.